From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for the brother of Dolphin. It's James Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Allen now looks to throw. It's complete to Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one, as the Bills are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Bills at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. Play fake. Here's Willis. And ball complete. It's a rookie from Oklahoma. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Back to throw, Willis. Bell brings it in across the formation. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw, Willis. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to the ground. Cook might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2.
Oh, that was a man. Why you blitzing?
Touchdown. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Bass on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here trying to tie this football game. Willis looking to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Willis will look to throw it. They'll swing
Man,
this
bro,
line.
bro,
Here's
bro,
H.J.
come on, man.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Willis looking to throw it. A shot downfield for Burks. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, H.N. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On the out route, he's got Burks. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Stop.
Here's Willis.
Sam, what do I got to do? I don't get it at this point, man. This shit is getting ridiculous, man. Niggas literally got the ball in his hand and just
forcing completion, and now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief
let that be me.
defensively to be able to hold them
Let
to
that
3.
be somebody else.
And no field goal try
Straight
here
fucking
from the
catch.
red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Willis to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Willis out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw, here's Willis. That's going to be caught by Rivers. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, here's Willis. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Willis wants to pass it again. That is caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Now Willis to throw.
This
is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds.
I don't know what to do at this point.
They're putting together a drive.
Like, if you lead him, that could be a touchdown. I got to get a quarterback.
And they certainly want to keep him up the scoreboard here.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He gets it to Burks again. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Willis.
Hey, it's up.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. Achane. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. With a quick throw completed by Willis. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Achane
will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Willis will try and throw for this. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Should've known that would happen. I seen him coming down the stairs too.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Let the play develop is cool. Should have seen him coming down the stairs too.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They run it again with Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd and 4.
Throw left side complete. That's more.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 4.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Allen going to run with it.
Oh, my fucking God.
But that's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Allen and the offense staying put. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Allen.
Oh, wow. This idiot.
And he's brought brought down here just
How the
outside
fuck did this
the
shit switch
20.
me to a whole different defense?
Defensive breakdown allows a pickup
I've
of
never seen no
16
shit
on
like
fourth
that.
down.
So after the conversion on fourth, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
This shit switched me to an entirely different defense. That's insane.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Allen going to change this at the line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Left side, Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now Willis.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 44 yards.
And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. But Juju Brents comes up for the stop.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
He's
been big, 2 touchdowns earlier.
Damn
Now he's got a first down here.
Can't stop the run. Offense can't play man.
To the air, Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he gets this to the 35.
Hey,
for a gain
when
of
you
5.
keep on the line of scrimmage, can't nobody get
At
off
this
the
stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Here's Cook again. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Allen to throw.
Rookie?
That is intercepted.
Oh, I got a snap. They got to let me slide. They got to let me slide, fam. I knew when you had DJ Moore in the backfield, that same play you ran the first half was coming.
I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Now Willis. Gets it to Burks. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Hold on, mama.
Here's Willis. This one downfield.
Look, pick.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 45 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Willis back to throw it. And he'll get into the end zone.
I laid that bitch on the field that time.
Stop. Up their lead to 3. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
What the fuck is going on, dog? This the shit that I be talking about, fam.
Comes out to the 40.
Like, come on,
so
dog.
Possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
I just sold the fucking game off of a fucking kick that I didn't even fucking do. Like, how the fuck do you stick around the bounce?
I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection.
This shit crazy, man.
Success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop. And
okay, wait for
moving.
moving.
Extra time. Excellent job.
Come on, give me a drop, something. Got 2 niggas right there and can't play. It's something, man. It's something.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Might be.
Throwing, Allen.
A boogie!
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
Nice fucking comeback win.
You thought this game
2 weeks in a row, we done fucking found the way and pulled through.
Pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they're in dangerous.
I thought they were going to be over.
Play. And they got it right there, partner.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. As it'll come with 15.
And when I see he ain't throw that first route that was open, I'm like, oh yeah, something got to be coming deep. I'm like, something got to be coming deep.
Straight ahead with Achane. And he is going to have
GG, fam.
first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
I knew when you take that short route, you was looking for something deep.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small.
Yeah, that was a good-ass pick.
Did not give up on that one, and in the end,
I knew it. I'm like, bro, he ain't take that short route. I seen the zig, and then I seen the little clutter, and then I seen him break it. I'm like, yeah, he definitely throwing it to bro.
It's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young
That's the way not to turn the fucking ball over. That's really how we've been winning. I don't think I turned the ball over. Probably like one time.
They'll fall to 1-2.
This nigga been going crazy.
Redeem themselves at home next week.